to understand the Bible.
There was
Right, so even if I'm not initially chosen, I can become chosen.
No, you can't. I didn't say you can become chosen. Like, for example, a Negro. How are you a Negro? Do you choose to be a Negro, or are you born a Negro?
What's a Negro?
Just answer my question.
Well, I'm not.
But how are you a Negro? You're born, right?
Right.
So, on this sign, what it's showing you, what it's showing you is the Negro
segregating, which
is in fact the tribe of Judah that's in the Bible. That's what this sign means.
So even if I'm not chosen,
I mean,
I can
you're
still
not
be
talking
saved.
about.
No, you cannot.
Nope. So even if
You want me to read it from the Bible? Revelation 7, starting verse 3.
Wait, so we're dead from birth? Like we can't say it, like we can't do anything about it?
No, because you can't do anything about your lineage. See, you're thinking in terms of I can convert into a Jew or something like that. I can convert into being saved. Is that what you're thinking?
Or like if you believe, or like if you accept y'all's beliefs, like would that still wouldn't help you?
No, because you're chosen from the beginning.
So if you were chosen from the beginning and then you go out and kill people, like that's okay, you're good?
Well, if you go out and kill people, you weren't keeping the Lord's commandments, and you'll die if you don't. Well,
that's a lot of death.
go ahead, Revelation 7.
That's ridiculous.
But
I don't even understand. It's so ridiculous. You can't ridicule it. And the point is on
Revelation, chapter 7, verse 3, saying, hurt.
1 second. Hey, just have a little bit of respect for this guy. He's trying to get his scripture.
No, I've been quiet here.
Just have some respect for him. I know y'all don't respect
Yeah, I
me.
do. I put some info and I just said that was ridiculous and I shut it up again.
Have some respect for him. He's trying to listen. Okay? Go ahead.
This is Revelation, chapter 7, verse 3, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea,
Hold on 1 second. Pay attention, because this is going to answer your question.
nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. I have heard the number of them which were
Now,
sealed.
there is the exact number of those that will be saved. Have you heard?
Yeah, well, then there's
This is for him.
uncountable number in white
Would you rather hear from the Bible, or would you rather hear from
These are
him?
the ones that died
I'll
under
I'll hear from the Bible first, but I'll interpret it as I hear it.
That's a fair answer.
Okay, then
But
that's a
answer
fair
my
answer.
question. Would you rather hear from the Bible or from him?
Contextually.
Initially, I'll hear from the Bible.
Okay, so we're gonna. If you just want to hear him speak, if you just want to hear him speak, y'all can go somewhere else and y'all can talk
That's
it
the
up.
Bible also, sir.
If you want to stay here and listen to the Bible, you ready?
I'm ready.
Go ahead.
And there were sealed 144,000.
144,000. That was the number that was sealed, but it's gonna go even more specifically. When it says sealed, what does that mean? When it says sealed,
As for the saved.
that's a great answer, bro. That's a great answer. He's on it.
All right.
Now you following along,
Yes, I'm
and you
listening.
get it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead.
Of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
So it said a specific number will be saved, and he admitted that. But it also said of the tribes of Israel will be saved. So you cannot convert into being a Jew. You can't do it. Either you're born a Negro or you're not. Either you're born Mexican through your father's line or you're not. You can't say I'm a Mexican and that just be cool.
Ooh, 12,000 from
Right?
every subculture. 12,000 immigrants, 12,000
12 from each tribe. He's
from
on it.
every tribe.
Do you get that? Does that answer your question?
All of them.
Well, okay, that gets me another
No,
question.
wait, it's not
Okay, so-
exclusive.
I can't. Both of y'all can't go
trying
at the
not
same
to-
time.
Okay, so of the tribes, so it's saying of the tribes.
He's somebody else's.
Would that necessarily mean
Because it's
that,
exclusive.
does it explicitly
Because-
say that there is no one outside?
I can't hear you. You gotta speak
One
up
that kind of
or something.
makes this make sense with mine is that there's 12,000.
Speak louder.
Okay,
Speak louder.
so does that mean that, outside of this, no one else can be saved, or is it just
Outside of the people on this side.
Man, get your whose dog?
Outside of the people on this side.
That's your dog.
Can you get your dog? Well, come fucking get him
He's not
then.
offending you.
Hey, if y'all are preaching, why are you cussing?
Okay, just one more question. Just one more question.
You shut the fuck up.
Okay, just one more question.
Oh, since
If-
when, bitch?
So
actually had
even
an
if
end.
I'm not of the chosen, but even if I hold up all the values of a Christian, of what Jesus would want me to be,
How about
I'm still not chosen.
That's what he said. Who you call Jesus?
Here, I
Who did he
got it.
say that he came to save?
his chosen people.
No, he said, I come for the lost tribe. What is it, the sheep?
Yeah, I got it. This is Matthew chapter 1, verse 21. And he shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins.
So what tribe does Jesus come?
His people, anybody that loves him.
Tribe of faith.
It's not a set.
Who you call Jesus comes from the tribe of Judah.
Jesus is,
and the people on this sign, the 12 tribes of Israel, that's his people.
Family of Judah.
That's what Revelation talks about. So to answer your question, you have to be chosen of these people, and just because you're a Negro doesn't mean you're going to get saved. Let's go back to Zechariah 13 and 8. That doesn't mean you're going to be saved, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? It looks like you're losing interest.
You answered my question.
You look like you're losing interest.
So where do you guys get your They didn't realize
the Bible. Those books. Where do those books? Is it like the Holy Bible?
That's the Holy Bible.
And so, where do you get? How do you choose your interpretation, or in what version?
Okay, here, can I read? Let me. Yeah, that's what I'm going to read. I'm going to read this to you first, right?
Well,
this says here in 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 20, knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. So, go ahead.
Calm down.
So
sometimes we're not trying to interpret the Bible with an ulterior motive.
One moment you're trying to that, but one moment you're trying to throw punches and shit.
Yeah, we're not trying to draw, like I'm keep saying, like he's saying, we're not trying to draw crowds or masses in to what we're speaking. All we're simply here to do is a job.
Get attention.
That is, all right, we'll take that. We're trying to preach the Bible we're trying to preach the end times according to the prophecies of the Bible and warn the people, the masses, of what's coming. And if you're on this side, according to your father's line, warning you to get your act together, and you might have a chance.
We asked you kindly not to film us, so because you kept filming us, we have no interest in answering your question.
So now, I wanted to finish answering this question too. Even though we're prophesying according to the Bible about what's going on, we also go back into what this Bible prophesied according to history. This Bible has nothing to do with a religion.
That's what I was about to ask you.
Yeah, because the word religion, goes back to the Greek word religio, which means to bind or restrain.
But also the Bible is a compilation of different books from the Mesopotamian religions, and many
now,
aspects of the Bible.
You just said something, but you have to substantiate what you're saying. You can't just be talking.
All right.
Say what you have to prove what you're saying.
Look at the leading theologians in the world, even the Pope himself. They've all acknowledged the fact that the Bible is.
The Pope, you know what's the name of that hat that the Pope wears? What is it called?
I don't know. It's the same.
Do you know where he gets it from?
It's the same hat that.
Do you know what the shape of it is? It represents a fish. Do you know where he gets that from? It's a Babylonian custom from the god of Dagon, the fish god. So why would I take anything from the Pope?
Of Christ.
He has nothing to do with the Bible. Did you know if you go down into the bowels of the Vatican, they have a picture of Lucifer on the wall? Did you know that?
I mean, you say we have
on the Pope staff.
How can you substantiate that? You said I have to substantiate what I'm saying. How could you substantiate that?
All you have to do is simply look up, research the fact that he said.
That's what I was going to finish, brother.
Is that the point you're making?
No.
Hold on. You said we have to be fair.
No. The fact that there's a loose picture of Lucifer.
You want me to talk about it?
Sorry. Okay.
No. Right, and it's actually Jesus dressed up like
you have to substantiate what you're saying. So to be fair, we have to substantiate what we're saying. Now, he said that all you got to do is do a little research to see, for one, that point he made about the hat going back to a Babylonian god named Dagon. That is fact. Now, if you want us to substantiate anything else we're saying, our basis is the Bible. That's what we go by. We don't go by any theology or any denomination. We simply go by the Bible.
But can I say, as someone who actively also studies theology and many other things, even though it's not my major in school, but the Bible, I mean, if you look at, the Bible was written about what, 200 AD, right? I mean, to many people.
It's not even canonized.
What's
it's
the
not
point?
closed.
But my point is, like, if you look at all the, because I mean, the Bible is a compilation of different books, right?
Yes,
and
that's
different.
true.
And so if you look at, like, let's say other religions like Buddhism that clearly predate the Bible by 5 centuries.
All right.
And so it's like there are many aspects, many stories.
All right. So are you saying that because the Bible is relatively new compared to other books that they made and validated?
No. Yeah, I'm saying even the validity of the Bible has to be compared to other books because, like, if you
Or
look
the
at the Buddhist
synchronicity, not the
sutras, if you
validity,
look at,
but how it goes
if you look
together.
at the Lao Tzu, I mean, there are many books that have like for instance, you know, the main story in the Bible is about Jesus, right? Jesus is the focal point of the Bible, right? And so
The
if
blood
you
of
look at Jesus, he's this person who's born out of an immaculate birth, right? An immaculate birth, and
The Bible doesn't teach that, but go ahead.
okay, but then, you know, he comes here for our salvation and all these things, all salvation, and that we shall later be reunited in the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
If you look at same thing with Buddhism, immaculate dead, at least, you know, Mahayana Buddhism, which is the great vehicle.
Let me just stop for a second. What's your point?
My point is that a lot of religions, it's like if you study the emergence of civilization and really cultures all over the world, everybody has this sort of similar stories, and at the end of the, like, in conclusion, really what I'm trying to say just in brief is that the Bible, if you study the Bible systematically, as many theologians have, there's nothing, the Bible is in itself is not a valid book.
Give Revelation 19 and 10. Give Revelation 19 and 10.
Okay.
But say what you're going to
Can I
say.
say something?
Hey, I'm gonna. You just said. I was going to tell you something real quick because a gentleman, a guy like you, said that same thing a few weeks ago. He was a so-called white man, and he admitted that, hey, I'm white. I'm a Caucasian. By the time we got done talking to him, and he was an atheist. By the time we got done talking to him, he was totally convinced that this book was only for our people. So now, if we can prove this to you that it ain't no compilation of many other books, you'll be. I guarantee, and I can tell already. You're in that 2/3 state of mind. You got a book called American Freedom, and we're not even free.
No, but can I say? But that's even.
Before I start going,
can I just say one thing before you say something? One of the most, you know, mind-boggling thing and most illogical things is it's like the Bible claims its legitimacy by itself. It's like saying the Bible is the best book according to the Bible.
And every other book doesn't do the same
belief,
thing.
not knowledge.
No other book does.
No Quran, none of that stuff.
Because it talks about belief, and if it
You say Buddha is
no, I'm not
the
saying
true.
that.
Okay, I'm just not you, but somebody would say Buddha is God, right? How can I
Buddhism,
disprove that?
they don't believe that.
Okay,
Buddha
I may not be saying it verbatim, but you get the concept of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A person that believes that Buddha is, they believe that. Somebody that believes Allah, they believe that, right? And I'm not gonna be able to go into a Buddhist temple, bring out the scriptures, and then now they coming with us. That's not
a lot of
right?
Buddhists.
So you said what you needed to say. You pretty much said that you don't believe in the Bible and it's not real. You don't have to talk forever to make your point. Is it okay if we prove our point?
But yeah,
is it okay?
It's okay. But
you don't have to keep going. You said
the funny thing is
you said it.
But
you had
but
to one more thing.
Can you recognize that it's illogical to claim?
No,
go ahead. I'm gonna answer your question.
Bible by itself.
Go ahead. I'm gonna answer your question. Go ahead. Read Revelation 19 and 10.
That's a beautiful answer.
When he tries to prove a logical point,
but then you go into epistemology.
Get Revelation.
No, but then
Get Revelation 19 and 10.
You have to talk about epistemology.
Listen, if you want to answer,
even though there's no logic, the belief.
All right, this is Revelation chapter 19, verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not, Salagit. See it now, do it not. I am thy fellow servant of thy brethren that have the testimony of Jesus. Worship God.
key word is coming up.
For the testimony of Jesus is the spirit of prophecy.
Stop. Prophecy. The reason we hold this book in such a high regard is because of one word. That's prophecy. throughout the entire Bible, whether you believe it or not, from front to back, from the beginning of time all the way till now, there are prophecies that have continually come to pass.
Can you talk about them?
Okay, do we go back to Deuteronomy?
I was gonna go. Yeah, go ahead.
You know what? Now you will not be able to tell us that this is in any other book. And what prophecy does this fit amongst any nation?
The thing about other religious, so-called religious books is they really just have a bunch of bullshit.
They have a lot of prophecies.
Like what?
Like, for instance, modern quantum mechanics and astrophysics is clearly predicted by the Lao Tzu, and when they talk about, for instance, that the singularity.
What does that have to do with
they predict
the times that
they predict the Big Bang Theory. They predict.
I can accept that. I can accept that. But what does that have to do with the times that we, as a people, are living in?
Because it retracts to the same form. Or through.
Go ahead, read that.
Now I'm gonna ask you.
We're not necessarily dealing with.
That make
we're not necessarily. You said astrophysics or thermodynamics.
No, astrophysics and quantum mechanics.
We're not necessarily dealing.
There are concepts, scientific concepts that have been predicted.
He's not listening. He really don't. We get ready to prove a point.
Talk about astrophysics.
But you're ignoring the point. The deeper point.
I hear what you're saying, and I said I can accept that.
Okay.
But the message that we're teaching is a whole different message. And I'm going to give you our perspective as to why we believe this book is true. If you would...
Where's the mercy?
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64.
Wait, 15 first.
I'll go to 15? Okay, cool. Salaki.
Are you going to explain what the...
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28.
Are you going to explain what it means to you?
We just gonna read, man. Hey, bro, just listen, man.
Yeah.
Because he keep interrupting.
Are you drunk or not?
Yep.
No, seriously.
Pretty drunk.
Seriously.
Yeah, dude, I'm making really all these like
Damn, just ask the question. Just answer the question.
Yeah, I'm the one making these stupid statements. I'm the drunk.
I'm gonna say what the Bible means. You can accept it or not. I'm not trying to convince you. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. And it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So it's clearly saying that Moses is talking to his people.
Clearly.
Whom the world calls God is talking to his people through Moses, is saying that if you don't obey the following laws and commandments that I'm going to give you, that I'm going to put a specific number of curses upon you for disobedience. That's what it's saying. It's not my interpretation. That's what it's saying. You can go read it.
That is your interpretation.
Read it again. Read it again. No, read it again.
Yeah, okay, read it again. If it says those three words you say.
Read it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Hold on. How else am I supposed to extrapolate information?
It's like trying to teach somebody who don't
and even
want
just
to
that the extrapolation,
So just continue on.
All right. So Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Hold 1 second. It's like coming up here trying to convince us to come into being a Satan worshiper. It's just not gonna work.
Actually, yeah, that's what I was about to say. In the end of the day,
go ahead.
Okay.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice.
Read it slow. I know this college has indoctrinated your little mind and you're a little slow right now, but I'm gonna read it real slow for you and explain it. Go ahead.
Of the Lord thy God to
it says if, go ahead, read it from the top again.
But it shall come to pass.
It shall come to pass. If it will happen, this will happen.
It shall come to pass, it will happen.
Go ahead.
No. There's no way in the...
Go ahead.
If thou will not...
You are a prime example of a fucking retard. I'm just going to say it like that.
I mean,
how else do you interpret it shall come to pass?
Interpret.
You said interpret.
You said it said
first thing I read.
But wait, did we say earlier the Bible is not a private interpretation?
So not your own personal interpretation.
But you do have to interpret words a certain way.
As long as that's established, because your assertion before was that you did not interpret. No, you said that it was self-evident. Self-evident does not require read over the.
Hey, Karen, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
I will not listen,
to observe, to do all his commandments,
to look at and to adhere to all these laws,